Welcome into Saints Now. I am Will Scott here to preview this game on Sunday between the New Orleans Saints and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Must-win game for the Saints. They come in 3-6. Meanwhile, the Steelers have also had a disappointing first half of their season. They're 2-6, but the Steelers' expectations do not rival the expectations we had for the Saints coming into this year. But the good news is for New Orleans, you're in a bad division. A win in Pittsburgh, and you're very much back in the mix. 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time kickoff in Pittsburgh, noon Central kick. Taking a look now at the injury report. Marcus Davenport has been limited. Mark Ingram has not participated in practice this week because of a knee injury. Jarvis limited. Marshawn Lattimore and Eric McCoy did not participate. Andres Pete did not participate either. Ryan Ramczyk limited, and then Werner limited as well. Marcus Maye did not participate, and then Cam Jordan was limited. Taking a look here at the Steelers' injuries, Chris Boswell, their kicker, has not participated. Neither is William Jackson. They made the trade for Jackson at the deadline. Ahkello Witherspoon did not participate, but Levi Wallace did. And then you have a couple other guys that were either limited or did not participate. Miles Jack being one of the guys that did not participate. Neither did Reed or Cam Hayward. Let's talk about the Saints injury news, though, because Trevor Penning has been designated to return from injured reserve. Good news. We talked about this before the season, that the middle of November might be when we should expect Trevor Penning back. So he's got to work his way back into football shape. But now you have a possible return here coming soon from Penning, which is going to be huge for this offensive line. And then TJ Watt, he is set to return from injury as well. That's going to be really big for the Steelers defense. If you've watched any of the Steelers football this year, you've known how much they miss TJ Watt. He's one of the best players in the league. And then Damontae Kazee has been set to or designated to return from injury as well. Guys, if you want the Saints to win on Sunday, go down, hit the thumbs up icon, like the video. I want to set a likes record here. All of us should want the Saints to win. Go down, like the video, and maybe the Saints have a good chance because get this, Dennis Allen, as we've discussed, has not been a very good head coach, just 11 wins as a head coach, but 2 of them have come against Mike Tomlin in 2012 and 2013 when D.A. was the head coach of the Raiders. So, hey, maybe D.A. can beat Mike Tomlin for a third time. This is Tomlin's worst team ever, so there's no excuse not to beat Mike Tomlin this time around. But just don't get embarrassed. You're playing a bad football team on Sunday. You're the better football team. Yeah, your record's not much better, but you're still the better football team. You should win the game. And after the Monday night loss to Baltimore, you got to come in prepared. It's a short week, less preparation. You still have to make sure you're prepared. But unfortunately for the Saints, as we've seen time and time again, they have gotten out-coached. They have come in not prepared. With Dennis Allen, he is to blame for that, I would say. Guys, who do you got on Sunday? Do you have the Saints or do you have the Steelers? Type NO or type PIT down in the comment section. Go down, let me know what you think. Are you going with the Saints or are you going with the Steelers? Here are the keys to victory for the Saints. You got to make a change at quarterback, man. Andy Dalton is not the guy. And yeah, we were fine with him when Jameis was out, but Jameis is healthy. He's been healthy the last 2 weeks. You got to play Andy Dalton. Now, sure, AD's stats might look a little bit better on screen. He's also played more. Jameis, when he has started this year, hasn't been 100%. He's 100% right now. You look at what Jameis did last year. The Saints were 5-2 when he went down. Another option, though, is to start Taysom Hill at quarterback. I don't hate it. I don't hate it at all, actually. Look what we did last year, 4 touchdowns, 5 picks. But Taysom, man, there's something about him providing a spark whenever he's in a game, and the offense needs a spark. So at what point do you have to, at this point, what do you have to lose, I should say. So I like the idea of starting Taysom, but right now I would go with Jameis Winston. I think Jameis right now is the best candidate for the starting quarterback job. He was supposed to be the starter all season. He gets banged up, but then AD's not playing well. If Andy Dalton had been playing really well, winning games, then give him the job back. Right now, it does not make sense to continue to start Andy Dalton. Who should start on Sunday? Is it Jameis Winston? Is it Andy Dalton? Or is it Taysom Hill? Type JW, type AD, or type TH down in the comments section. It's the pinned comment on today's video. When you get an ad break, go and reply to it when you get a second. I'm typing JW right now, but if Jameis starts and struggles again, might as well start Taysom Hill. Guys, shout out to our new subs. We picked up 14 of them yesterday. Let's get to 20 new subscribers today. If you're all about Who Dat Nation, go down, subscribe to the channel. Number 2 key is to feed Chris Olave often. He's having a great rookie season. Has certainly met and maybe even exceeded the expectations we've had. And check this out. This is what PFF is saying is matchup advantages against the Steelers secondary. A 96.5. Let this guy eat, man, against the Steelers secondary. And it's not a very good secondary. William Jackson's banged up. Not sure if he's going to play. Cameron Sutton. I'm just not very impressed with the Steelers secondary. They trade for Jackson. He's a big pickup, but he might not even play. He has not participated at practice this week, as we noted earlier. Here is what Chris Olave has done this season. 43 receptions, 618 yards, on pace right now for 1,000 yards in his rookie season. Just 2 receivers, rookie receivers last year got 1,000 yards. Not easy to do. And 2 touchdowns this season for Chris. This kid's the future, man. He was worth moving up in the draft to get. Pinning, jury's still out. I still think he's going to be a good player. But Chris Olave is certainly worth the pick. And he is right now listed as number 2 in ESPN's top rookies, behind Sauce Gardner, but in front of Damian Pierce, Kenneth Walker, and Tariq Woolen. So he's been great. He's certainly a front runner right now for Offensive Rookie of the Year. But as an offense, you got to allow your weapons to do their job. And the quarterback, Andy Dalton, has done that sometimes, has not done that other times. You got to get the ball to Chris Olave and let him work. Show some love to Chris Olave by liking the video. Hit the thumbs up icon. Show some love to the Saints rookie wide receiver who should win Offensive Rookie of the Year. Also want to give some shout-outs here. Mikey Taylor, the Comments King himself, Robert Campbell, as well as Pelicans Nola. We appreciate all of you commenting and subscribing to the channel. Want to tell you about this great deal we're giving you on BetUS. If you go to chatsports.com/bet, use that promo code chat125. You're going to get a 125% deposit bonus. Go bet on the Saints, man. I think this is a good value spread right here. The Saints are a 1-point favorite in Pittsburgh. The total at 40, I'm taking the Saints -1. I'm probably taking the over as well. You can do the same and get that deposit bonus at chatsports.com/bet. Promo code chat125 to pick up that 125% deposit bonus. Last key to victory here, or third key at least. Get Taysom Hill involved, whether that's a quarterback, running back, tight end. The guy can do it all. Get Taysom Hill involved. When he touches the ball, good things happen. I don't know why we have to keep saying this. He's been underutilized at times this year. Let Taysom Hill do his thing, man. He's the most dynamic player in the league, arguably. Catherine Terrell said this. Allen was asked about Taysom Hill's usage. Didn't say much in terms of a response to the actual questions. So DA, and he's been interesting this year. But look at what Taysom Hill's done when he's gotten the ball. You beat the Raiders in Week 7. He got 10 carries. You beat the Seahawks. He got 9 carries. In games the Saints has won, he's gotten involved. When the Saints have not won, he does not get involved. That is not a coincidence. You got to get Taysom Hill more involved here on Sunday in Pittsburgh. Put the ball in your playmakers' hands. Good friend of mine, a few years ago, we were doing a game, and he's like, put the ball in the hottest player's hands. Taysom Hill, when he is hot, when he is on, he is unstoppable. Type 7. If you want Taysom time in New Orleans, type 7. Put him at QB, put him at running back, put him at tight end, let him do his thing. Number 7 needs to go to work in Pittsburgh on Sunday. Here's my final key. Play disciplined football. Make your tackles and stop getting dumb penalties. Penalties have been a big problem for the Saints this season. They've been one of the more penalized teams in the league. And then get after Kenny Pickett, man. Kenny Pickett, look at this stat line in his rookie season. 2 touchdowns and 8 picks. Get after him. Force him to make mistakes while also slowing down Najee Harris, who's also had somewhat of a disappointing season, as well as pretty much the entire Pittsburgh offense. 361 yards, 108 carries, just 1 touchdown for Najee Harris. Look, the season, you got a lot of season ahead. Don't fold and give up. Dig deep, play hard, leave Pittsburgh with a win. If you leave Pittsburgh with a win, you're probably only 1 game back in the NFC South.